is moving over into that realm of Carol. Let's just see how Carol responds. Because still a little upset with Carol a lot.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, but Rosita is going into that. She might be the new Carol of The Walking Dead for me, because people see it different. People see the show differently, and that's the way I see it. So it's
and then after
hilarious.
Getting in Sasha's face like she did, then she comes up to her high. I would have been like, boom! I'd have punched her out probably. I'm like, wow. She's something else.
One thing I could say about the TWD, the writers on this thing are so deep. Like, their thought process is so developed. It is amazing.
Oh my God!
This is better than like any movie, TV show that I think in history that we've ever came across. That's lasted this long and has been so has grown and has such a it's not a niche. It's not just a niche TV show anymore. This thing is globalized.
Yes.
So you have a fan base for this thing from all over, and it's still growing. It's like do you remember? You watch Z Nation too, right? You remember the ball that went rolling and it got bigger and bigger? What's that called again? When it does that, that's what this is kind of like, the snowball effect.
Right.
Yeah, the snowball effect. So we're gonna go into a quick song real quick, guys, and then we'll be right back when we get back. I actually have a trivia, and I know Denise has her trivia. We're gonna do our trivia, recap the show. So just listen to a real quick. We'll be back in about 1 minute, and we'll do our trivia. Okay, Denise?
Okay.
From the L to the O, to the B, to the E, with the guys are strong and the girls are free. The L, the L, the L. The O, the O, the O.
I'm wishing on a star to follow where you are. I'm wishing on a dream to follow what it means. I'm wishing on a star to follow where you are.
You're back live on KBLP with Ike Diaz and Denise Harris with TWD on Tuesday evening. It goes down. The recap of Sunday's episode. It's cool to be back. It feels like forever, Denise. How do you feel? How does it feel? Does it feel like I've been gone forever?
I know. It seems like that. It does.
To me, it feels like forever. I'm almost sure it's been like a month since I did TWD. I'm not even sure anymore.
It's only been 2 weeks, honest.
I know.
Seems like it.
I know. Just
Yeah,
the jam. You know how we missed that week because I was out of town and Lisa couldn't get it to work because of the
Right.
of the maintenance.
Right.
I was telling her the same thing. It feels like we've been gone for like a year.
I know. I didn't know what to do that Saturday, and I was like, it's not here.
I had got like about 40 or 50 complaints, wondering where we were at.
Yeah, I believe it. But that was there. So it's maintenance. There's nothing we could do about it. But
Yeah,
I was like lost that night.
That's what
I
I
was
just
like,
keep telling.
wow.
Yeah, I keep telling everybody it was just we had to go through some maintenance and they had to change some stuff up. And the thing about it though is that weekend was a big weekend for it. Remember what? Because we had the special guest that weekend that was in town.
Yeah.
So that's why it was such a hard one to miss. I already shared. Yeah, I did share. I was making sure I shared it. I wasn't sure if it got. Sometimes I don't know. It's still been going slow. Is when you share it to the pages.
Yeah.
It hasn't been going as fast. So we have some trivia. You want to start with one of your trivia, and then I'll do my trivia.
Sure. Okay, sounds good. My first one is, what RTE meal was Rick so excited about? What RTE meal, which is ready-to-eat meal, was Rick so excited about?
Okay. I remember that one because it was pretty cool because
yeah.
I had never liked that kind of food until recently. They opened up a Church's Chicken by our house. And, and they make that there. And I actually got that tonight, to be honest with you. So
did you?
Yeah, so I better That's a good trivia question.
So that's the first one. What RTE meal is Rick so excited about?
Okay. So I'm gonna do my trivia question, and we'll write these in the chat. Mine is just it's just you have to go back and look at it because the first time that I had seen it, I didn't know how it happened. So I had to really go back and look at it to see what the reason was why this happened, and it's kind of tricky how it happened. It's kind of his fault too. So my question is, when you saw Rick and he was at the carnival, how did he fall? So that's my trivia question. How did Rick fall? So if you see it, if you know the answer, write it in the chat for us, inboxes, however you got to get in touch with us about the answers.
All right, I'll get it for you. Okay, what? One more time, say it.
How did Rick fall?
Okay.
When they were at the carnival. I just think I think it's a pretty cool question, to be honest with you.
Good one.
Thank you, Denise. I love trivia. I love everybody's trivia, but I never do trivia.
You should do one a week.
Yeah. Well, actually, there's another trivia question that I wanted to. I might still do it later on tonight. It's the when they fall down in the thing and they see the ready to make meals.
Yeah.
There's another trivia question that I have. That could add to it, but we'll see. I want to hear your trivia because you might have that trivia question already because you were already close to it when you just did the last one with the ready to make one.
Gotcha. Okay. They were picking out on that, weren't they? That was great. They could finally eat a meal. That was so cool.
You think of eating a meal from a bag is going to be disgusting, but then you think about it again, and you remember that they've been in the apocalypse for 4 years, 4 or 5, 6 years now. So things are going to taste really good to them, you know?
Oh, yeah.
They're not going to
taste... anything with meat in it, yes.
Yeah, so it's pretty crazy. So, okay, so you have some more awesome trivia for us, huh?
Of course. What did Tara give to Judith?
Okay, that's a good one, and that was we need to talk about that because that was a little odd. Don't you think?
Yeah, it was. What did Tara give to Judith? So.
Yeah, that's a really good question. I'm sitting here thinking about it, trying to remember now. No. I know exactly what it is because I actually watched it a couple times. I'm just trying to remember what it was. I know the answer. I have to. And I watched it twice too.
Yeah, I know you did. I figured you'd get that one right off the bat.
I know. I remember it happening because the conversation was so weird. You know, her telling her about the and she actually almost gave the information to Rick too. Yeah, not yet. Not yet. She will though. Yeah, that's what she. Yeah, that was a good scene with her because she was really debating the issue, but it comes down to what's good for everyone. Yeah, and then not just for one. Yeah, she changed her mind at the end there and gave him kind of it's either be good for their Oceanside group or good for all. Yeah, and I think she chose good for all. But when she said it, Rick was like, "Well, why are you telling me this?" Kind of like, you know what I mean? Yeah. Well, no, she didn't tell him yet. That was the very end. But what she told him, what she ended up telling him, he was like, in his mind, he was like, "Well, why are you telling me this?" You know? Yeah. Yeah. You know, it wasn't like. Well, we'll get into it. It was like it wasn't like. Yeah. It wasn't like. She told him, it wasn't like she told him, but it was like what she ended up telling him was not really important, you know? It's no. If you remember at the end, he was telling her what had gone on, and then he said, "Well, why were you coming to see me?" And she goes, "There's something I have to tell you." And that was the end, so. Okay. I thought I remember her telling him something about. Nope. Just that she was coming over to see him. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I thought she had said. Now I remember now because I just got done watching it right before I called you. So okay, so you have another trivia. Yeah, for the last one is what did Rosita find in the house with the water locker? What did Rosita find in the house with the water locker? Awesome, I got that one. I know this one already. The only one I'm stumped on right now still is the Judith one. That was a pretty good one. This last question that you just did. Because isn't that where Father Gabriel sent her? What now? Isn't that where Father Gabriel sent her? No. Because you remember she went back. Well, we'll talk about it. Remember she had gone back and we can see we do got we got a lot to recap because that I think that's part of the storyline. Yep. Yes, you're right. You are right. Yes. I think. Okay, was that 3 questions? I think I'm gonna go ahead and do my trivia. Okay. I didn't write it down, but I remember it. I remember it correctly. So, because I thought we might get into it. So when they fell down in the little trap, whatever it was, and they right away Rick looked at the ready-made food, right? Right. And then to the left of it, you saw some canned foods. What was not the little can? We know what that was that they had, but they showed one of the products of the canned foods. And what is the product on the canned food? I caught that out the corner of my eye just tonight. I didn't see it the first night. I saw the cans, but I didn't see the actual product. So, what is the product? What is one of the products on the cans? It could be peaches. It could be whatever. Green beans, but it's an oddball product, so that's why I said, what is the product on the cans next to the ready-made food? So that's my second trivia. So I did 2 trivia tonight. I'm so cool, ain't I? All right. Good job. That's a good one. So hopefully it gets some people to. So you're live on KBLP. I'm over here drinking my water. Got my pop right here. I'm